Welcome to the Enzo Foundation. This is our trading plan that we shall be going through. And this is the plan that I use honestly to navigate the markets, to always continue to be disciplined and try to build a professional mindset around trading. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining into detail the Forex trading plan that I use every day in the markets to always ensure that I'm consistent and always look to be profitable in the long term. Now, by definition, when we talk about a Forex trading plan, it's a plan that we are going to be using to navigate the trading markets, the Forex trading markets. And a trading plan for me, what I best describe it as, you are able to become a disciplined professional trader, and a trading plan guides you to have in place all the trading factors that you are going to need to succeed. And if you commit to work by it, you will be already much ahead of other traders. According to statistics, we all know that 90% of people who participate in the Forex trading markets are already losers. And for you, if you're able to come up with a trading plan, you are going to be much ahead and already out of the what? Out of the 90%. Now, in your trading plan, the first part that you should actually be looking into are what are your trading objectives? Why are you into trading in the first place? You have to define what are your goals, and the clarity to which your goals are will actually be one motivating factor to ensure that you follow this trading plan to the dot. If you're able to answer why are you currently trading, are you trading full-time, part-time, are you a person who trades for fun, or you're this person who has that sense of curiosity wanting to know, or you have any other reason for trading? Why do I love trading? If you're able to answer that, it could be maybe you want financial freedom. And the other question you must also be able to answer, what are your expectations from trading? When does trading fulfill me? When does trading distress me? Because trading also requires that bit of psychological interjection. You have to learn how to train your mind mentally to actually align with your trading. Again, also go ahead to mention what are the strengths that you can use in trading. And then the other thing you must also be able to identify, what are the weaknesses that you have as a person while trading, and how can you literally bypass them? Those questions, you must be able to answer them if you want to achieve consistency with your trading plan. And then remember, in trading, the skills that you really need to acquire is one, the ability to trade without fear. You must be able to master the 4 basic fears, that are the fear of missing out, the fear of losing money, and then the fear of leaving money on the table. And the other fear is mentioned in the book Trading in the Zone, of which it has just gotten off my head now. The other thing you should also be able to do is write down a statement for your good trading days. Remember, when you're having maybe a winning streak in your trading, you must be able to actually maintain that. Remember that those trading days should be as a result of discipline and then consistency, managing your risk, and also managing yourself. If you're able to write down a statement that during your good trading days, maybe I am a profitable trader, I am consistent in the long term, those are actually good trading statements you can use to actually make consistent returns in your trading. The other thing also that you can do is write a motivational statement for your bad trading days. Your bad trading days, you could have a statement that goes maybe, my losing trades are my learning points. That is what I actually even have. I do use. There is no losing, there is only learning. That is actually one statement I also use for my bad trading days. When I have maybe losing streaks, it also helps a lot to overcome my bad trading days. Building a strategy. What is the name of your strategy? In most cases, if you're a beginner trader, it's always good to have a strategy that maybe somebody else has crafted. Maybe it could be a price action, maybe it could be ICT, maybe it could be SMC. You can learn to actually, first of all, use another person's strategy to help you understand what it means. And what are the strategy objectives? What do you do when you are using that strategy? For price action, maybe you could be using support and resistance, maybe you can be using supply and demand, and for ICT, maybe you are considering fair value gaps and you're using order blocks actually to craft your trading. All those, if you're able to describe the strategy into detail, the better you are going to be able to understand what the strategy is. Now, The strategy context is, when does this strategy work better? Maybe for ICT is maybe when you are at the beginning of a trading session, maybe the London session openings or the New York opening or the New York stock exchange opening. You should learn best when this strategy actually works for you. Then you should also be able to apply some filters. Per se, maybe if you're using a strategy like ICT or SMC, and then you have a lot of pairs in your watch list, having maybe pairs that you trade according to your strategy actually matters. You could maybe have a GBP USD, Euro USD as a beginner, because those are the most volatile pairs, and then you can diversify as time goes on. But having a lot on your table as a beginner, or even as a person who is already professional, actually kind of makes your concentration go into different directions. So then the other thing, you must also be able to define what are the key time frames that you're going to be using. Are you going to be a person who uses the daily? Maybe you're going to be using the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, the 15 minutes. You should be able to identify all those. And if you're a person maybe who uses indicators, maybe the RSI, maybe the MACD, maybe moving averages, which ones are you going to be particularly applying to your strategy? And if you're a person who maybe uses expert advisors or scripts, the EAs, or you're using a robot, which type, what does that robot do for you? There are some, maybe I can give an example. There is Patrix Pro, there is Sophia. All those EAs, they help you maybe to better your strategy. Then in your setup, what are you really looking for in the charts? For maybe a person who trades price action, they look to enter a trade in a demand zone for a buy, and then in a supply zone for a sell. And then if there are any variations to this setup that you are having, what are you going to be doing? Maybe you can identify your setup to be having an A plus, maybe a B. All those kinds of setups, you should be able to identify them. Then the trigger to your strategy. When will you enter a trade? What is a high quality signal, or what you consider your A plus signal? Then what is a low quality signal? Maybe this can be ranked as a C. Then other questions you must be able to answer. How will you enter the trade? Is it by market execution, limit order, or stop orders? And then when you should not trade the setup. Now, on a personal basis, I have a limit. I limit myself that if the trades are not within the first 2 hours of the session openings, that is the London and the New York, I'm not going to trade my setup for the day. And if I haven't seen any setup for the day, I literally just walk away from the charts. When will you be able to exit the trades? Is it when you're like, where is your stop loss going to be placed? If you know where you are going to exit the trade, this is actually way more easier. When you're using mechanical systems, you know that I'm going to place my stop loss maybe above a high or below a certain low. That is quite simple. You must be able to identify. And then this actually is one of the most hardest skills it comes to trading, is knowing when to exit your trades. Knowing when to exit a trade is something you are going to take time to master. Actually, accepting losses is easy, but knowing when to exit a trade is actually one skill that you are going to take time to learn. It is actually one skill on its own in Forex trading. And then the other key thing is trade management. How will you manage the trades if it goes in your favor? In most cases, as a beginner, it's always good to have a predetermined level where you are going to exit your trades. You set your take profit there and wait for it to tap in. Other things you will learn with time, where you either scale in or you scale out of your trades, or you just literally set your set and forget. That's also, you have to describe that into detail. Then the other thing is, how will you manage your trades if it goes against you? Are you going to scale in, scale out, or hedge? That is all determinant on you. And then the other question you also have to answer is, when will you stop trading? This is actually also so much important. Sometimes you have to set a daily target. Is maybe when you hit two trades, two take profits, you must be able to say that I have made what I want for the day. Setting this is actually prevents what they call euphoria, having that too much confidence that this trade may not go against me. It is actually very key to have a daily target. Then daily loss, I always recommend that if possible, you should never be able to exceed more than 2% on your account daily loss if you are a beginner. And then the best one I also love is the time limit. Is in that if 2 hours have gone beyond session opening, I should not be able to trade again. So that is also a time limit. Then based on your experience with your trading strategy, what are some of the scenarios that maybe you have identified. All this comes with a little bit of experience, and that is why one thing I emphasize is more of consistency. Have a strategy, trade it more than 20 times, more than 50 times. Then you can be able to come up with reliable data to back up your trading. You must also be able to do some bit of self-valuation every day. Of course, knowing that, are you in the right mood? Do you feel that you're mentally okay to trade? Do you feel emotionally ready? Because sometimes trading requires a lot of emotional mental interjection, in that if you're not feeling well that day, it is actually best that you do not trade. Or maybe if you're going to trade, they say reduce your risk so that you do not put yourself in a ditch where you cannot actually come out. So there are some key notes there: that commit to only enter the trades that follow your rules and strategy, and then commit to stop trading once you get to your daily stop loss or target objectives. Those two keynotes are very, very, very important, and if possible, just make sure you pin it somewhere, that once I've reached my stop loss targets or my objectives for the day, I will stop trading. Then it's always good to have a checklist for your trades, knowing that have you identified any setup for the day? Have you placed the correct stop loss? Is this maybe a high quality? All those you have to learn to identify them. And then definitely nothing, as somebody who is learning to become a professional, is as important as journaling your trades to know what works best for you. And I have a template already here, and this template, if you really need it, you can check the link in the description. Leave me a message on my WhatsApp. I will get to you and then forward it to you in person. Then some of psychology notes I would like to leave, and this I got it from reading the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, is that for us to change is just a function of three things. How willing are you to change? Some people are not willing to change, and it is up to them. Never force people to change. If they want to change, they will change. Then the clarity of your intent. What is it exactly that you want to change? If your intentions are not clear enough, what do you want to change? Do you want to be a consistently profitable person? Do you want to master trading as a skill to earn money month over month, year over year? All that has to be decided by you. And then the last one, which is actually the most important of all, is how strong is your desire to change? This is very much common for people who do gymming. You realize that some people really want to maybe add weight, they want to lose weight, but what is the motivating factor? Is that desire really strong enough? Because you can go to the gym 1 week and then you feel your energy is totally down and then you totally give up. But if your desire is strong enough, for one, it can even take up to a full year for you to start seeing remarkable results in your body when it comes to gymming. But that is how strong your desire is. Then, this is the best part of it. Ultimately, this now works for trading. For the process to work, you must choose consistency over any other reason you have for trading. It's only with consistency. You will have bad days, you will have good days, but if you are consistent enough to see that everything works out for you, you will definitely become a profitable trader. That I cannot just lie to you about. Once you consider consistency over any other reason with trading, it will definitely come out. You will come out profitable. That is a guarantee that Mark Douglas made for us. And guys, this is the end of this video. And if you really want to get a copy of my trading plan, just simply click a link in the description, join my WhatsApp channel, and then also message me. I will be able to get back to you. And without further ado, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video for the YouTube algorithm. And guys, you can also leave a comment in the comment section on what you would want me to do next. Otherwise, just wishing you the best of trading. Otherwise, remember, it's all about consistency and the discipline, not giving up, knowing what is right. From the Enzo Foundation, peace.
The 28th Enzo Foundation, making pips and beyond.